everything is not music in this era no more. It's clout.
You think he would get? You think they would crown him the king of New York title from coming home?
Yes, I think that is a very okay. Let's make even if it's not that to that magnitude, right? He's still gonna come home and jump straight into countless bags.
Yeah.
The same way Bobby came home and Quavo came through, and
Bobby was the difference. Like Bobby was on like Real Husband of Housewives with Kevin Hart. Like he had already started getting that like that Hollywood fame.
I don't know, man. The industry was pushing K-Flock very hard, very hard.
That would be crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
But I think the only thing that plays against that happening, I don't think drill has that much lifespan.
Yeah, me neither.
It's not gonna live that long.
I don't think drill's
They're gonna start banning that shit from shows. Once you can't perform it nowhere, you demonetized it. Once it's demonetized, the labels are not flowing money towards it anymore. Niggas gonna stop doing it.
They did that shit to Chef G and 22 G's early on.
They did that to Chief Keef.
Right, yeah,
He can't perform in Chicago. Imagine how much money he missed out on.
I was watching the Vlad interview with Chef, and Vlad's like, "Yo, bro, you missing out on a lot of paper." Like, and he told him, he's like, "Yo, you gotta chill. Like, y'all gotta come together and do a song. The music can go. Just in the beef, you gonna miss out on a lot of music." And you know, there's a lot of things that happen behind the cameras that shit going on, but. But a lot
of shit is avoidable though. A lot of shit is entirely avoidable.
Because once you hit 25 and 26 and you see all your friends going to jail because of it, you're going to be like, damn, like, is it really worth it? I could be making millions. This jail shit is not cool. But they
making it look cool. Niggas is making diss tracks from jail.
But they broke.
But they
That's the crazy part.
Not all of them is broke, but 99%
like when
of them
I say
is broke.
Bro, like they not
99%.
They not like Meek Mill money. They don't got millions. They got a
no. A lot of these niggas, a lot of these niggas is broke.
That yeah.
A lot 98% of these niggas ain't even my money. And that's just being honest.
No, like that has a lot of these drug rappers be broke and people be idolizing. I'm just like
niggas be doing 7 videos with the same code on.
Yo.
Like
it's okay to be broke. It's okay. Like we not knocking nobody that is, but it's like to idolize that and make it seem like, yo, I'm shooting shit to be cool. Like
what happened to shooting a nigga because he gave you a reason to?
Because he killed like your brother, your parents, some shit. Like, yeah, and even then, it's like if you have you have an opportunity to take your family out the hood, it is not worth it. It ain't no.
But I don't even put the blame. I mean, like on the few of them that are. Growing and buzzing, I don't put all the responsibility entirely on them. Like the ones that's really still in the mud, like shooting their own videos, no management, no nothing, and just grinding. I don't put the blame on them because they still dealing with their circumstances.
Yeah, no, 100%.
But the ones that are buzzing and have opportunities to make different decisions, and then it ain't like I said, it's not all of them. It's the older niggas I blame behind them.
I agree.
Like who y'all OGs? Like who y'all big homies? Like nobody's. Why? It just don't make sense.
No, I agree with you. Like I don't. And I'm with you. How old are you? My fault. I didn't.
31.
Oh, so you done been through life. You done lived life a little bit. So these is kids.
Children.
They life.
Children
with opportunity. They don't even understand yet.
And it should go deeper than that because now you're doing stupid shit and you thinking nothing of it. This shit can go way deeper. Like, all right, cool. You shot a nigga, he dead. Some niggas, like, he can't touch you. Some niggas will touch your family. It just don't make sense.
Yeah. I 100% agree.
Putting your family in jeopardy now, like I said. And then a lot of these niggas are still in the hood. Moms are still in the hood. What are you thinking?
Yeah.
You shooting videos in front of your building you live in. You don't think a nigga can stand out there and catch your moms coming out to go to the grocery store? Like, it's real shit. Like, niggas really getting killed. It's
people act like a bullet can't touch them. Like they just young. They young. That's all that is. That's just being young and thinking you invincible.
Poor guidance. Poor guidance too.
Yeah. Would you like that when you was younger? Like in the sense of like just feeling invincible.
I was never on the internet talking about the stupid shit I was doing when I was younger. I did a lot of dumb shit, but never this. I was never incriminating myself. I was never waving to the feds like, "Hey, come indict me." Like I was never doing that.
You think that's just a kid thing? You just think that's the era that we grew up with technology?
I think it's a combination of the two. It's the lack of life experience and know-how combined with of a young immature person, combined with the era we in and the clout era. Clout is a drug. Like with this music shit, clout is more important. It's a lot of people in positions that they're only in because they have clout. It's not even that they good. So it's a combination of just young niggas not knowing better. But I think you keep going back to the systematic racism shit. Think about the age brackets, right? Who are they older niggas? Who would be the niggas that's 5 to 10 years older than them? What just happened to the last generation? My niggas growing up, like, they indict my block damn near every 2 years. We've been getting indicted like every 2 years since 2011. So, like, the generation, I think that would be us. We would be their big homies. A lot of us was in jail. So the streets has been wild. There is no protocol. There's nobody reporting back. You know what I mean? Like, there's no DPs. Like, niggas ain't doing bad. And then when I was growing up, if a nigga did bad, niggas handled you. Like, if you went somewhere and we got into some shit and you ran and you ain't fight or whatever, you got back, niggas punched you in your mouth. And like, it's not like that no more. Like, these little niggas,
they kids growing up with other little kids doing the same thing to other little kids. And
they locked all their big brothers up, or they older cousins and shit, or the niggas on the corner that probably would direct them a different way or tell them how to move. They've been in jail for the past few years, so they're not even there to guide them any type of way. It's fucked up.
Nah, you're 100% right. Especially, like, I'm just thinking of Harlem specifically. I remember in Harlem, they had the indictments that happened with, what was it, Manhattanville, Grant Projects, 116th. And it was just a big thing. And a lot of people's brothers just getting home this year. I know a lot of
But it's too late now, because what a nigga coming home this year gonna tell a little nigga that been in the streets for the past 2 years and then shot 3 niggas. He done been shot. His mans that got killed. He done did a little 6 months at juvenile. He's a different person than he was when they first indicted you. So it creates a bunch of different dynamics. It's a lot of politics to this shit.
100%. Now let's get back to the album a little bit, right? Now we talked about your inspiration for rap. We talked about a few songs off the album. Now, what inspired you to make this album?
This is just the next step. The next step in the process for me. The next step in my development.
Sorry, I don't want to call it an album because we don't need nobody to label as that.
This is not an album.
LP.
This is an LP.
This is not an album.
This is me having fun in the studio. That's all it is. But it's just the next step in my development. I think, I accomplished the first goal with proving that I can rap, you know what I mean? Without saying bow or anything like that. And this one here is really just, like I said earlier, to really display my ability to make a song. Like, even if that results in, shit is happening. Like, people contacting me. It's a lot of shit going on that I can't really say right now, but it's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes that, I'm pleasantly surprised about. But to show that I can make a song, whether that's to create interest in a label for a partnership or whatever, or whether that's somebody's interested in having me write something for them. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to seclude myself from any opportunities. But that's what this was about, just to show, really to further display my abilities. I can make a song, I could tell a story, I could go higher BPMs, I could go lower BPMs, I could go sample, I could go super soul sample, I could go drill. It's, you know what I mean? It's just to show I could do everything.
Okay. Nice. I'm sorry. I was just thinking about it. I was just going through a few songs in my head.
Facts.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I'm thinking about it. I'm going through the songs in my head. I'm like, I definitely see how he put it together. Do you have now when you get an album, how do you structure your albums? I know we going back.
I haven't made an album yet. So
I'm saying, when you get one, do you have a way you want to structure it? Do you have an idea, or do you believe in like, all right, so I'm gonna put it like this. I feel like a lot of times people in this generation in music, and I know everybody getting a little tired, I can tell. But I feel like a lot of times in this generation of music, that art of creating an album where it's a body of work based off of something that, whether you tell a story or something that's important, is something that is lost.
I feel like I might have, to an extent, incorporated that here, right? Like, just as far as arrangements, song selection arrangements, and like trying to control the feel of the project, of how, like with the intro is more of a slower pace, soulful sample. Like, you know what I mean? It's not a lot going on with it. It's very Griselda-ish in a sense. That's why immediately after that, the next track is Back in My Zone. To like take the energy instantly up. Then the next track, I believe, is me and Vado to maintain it. and then the next one something friendly for females. So it's like, but then we get towards the middle, the tone starts to change of the project. It goes from, positive, whatever, bright, whatever, however you want to determine it, and then the tone starts to get more sad and shit. Because like I said, I'm giving more of myself. So I deal with a lot of bullshit. I deal with a lot of bullshit. I deal with bullshit every day. But it's like just showing more of the pain coming in, losing, loved ones, losing friends to the streets, losing friends to jail, giving stories to display, like different aspects of the streets. And then towards the end, I chose the track that I ended it with, Thinking Out Loud, because I was just thinking, like, for the final track, what's something that I want people to walk away from the project and remember? Like, what's the last thing I want them to hear? So I feel like Thinking Out Loud encompasses that, like, completely. And it kind of, I feel like it mashes everything together. Like, it's a song but where I'm conscious, displaying the conscious, probably being more conscious on that song than any other one, but displaying the conscious aspect to it, like how a lot of these conversations we having right now, these conversations fit along the line of that song, like just talking about where we at, how as a people we got to do better, niggas getting their priorities straight and shit like that. So and then just the vibe of the beat, like that beat don't give me no artist's vibe, like it don't sound like nobody. And that's another thing I like. A lot of this shit don't sound like nobody. I know some spots you could probably find comparisons, but overall I think it don't sound like nobody.
No, I agree. I think the only thing that we had talked about this before we got on camera was the whole Dave East comparison, and you said that that's something that
I've heard it before.
Yeah, you've definitely heard. You said you
heard
a
couple
that.
Guys, but I've heard that one quite a few times. I get it. Like
is that
similar beat styles, selections. We come from essentially like we grew up in the same.
Yeah.
Nah,
I'm sorry, you BX.
Yeah,
right.
but like we grew up somewhere in the same era. I think he's older than me if I'm not mistaken. But
I think 33. Something like that. Yeah. Young 30s.
But we grew up essentially like the same time period of the streets raised us. So we grew up on the same type of artists, listening to the same type of music. I think.
Yeah.
So we probably heavily influenced by the same people. So that's probably why I know I sound the way I sound because of who I listen to. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's the same with him.
No, I would definitely say that's probably why.
And then with us both being current, the people we listen to not being, what I mean? I don't take it as an insult. I think it's a compliment. He's one of my favorite artists out of New York.
Okay, word.
So I don't have an issue with that.
What are your favorite artists? Just out of curiosity.
Like president?
Yeah, top 5. Top 5 in
presently?
New York. Yeah.
In New York?
Yeah. You have a top 5 in New York?
I could give you one.
Okay. Take your time. You good?
In New York. Damn. Like, do I count the older niggas that's still working?
You want to do? You can do your all times New York. That's fine.
Cause Jim just put a project out, and I was a big Jim fan growing up. So I don't like. It's hard to say like young New York or New York.
You can do all time New York.
All time New York. All time New York. Banks.
Okay.
Fab.
Okay.
Big. Damn, this shit is harder than I thought it was going to be.
Because there's only 5 on that.
This is not easy.
It's only 5.
Kiss and Hove.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, yo, when I know he got it. I know he's gonna say Hove on that.
Fab, Kiss, Hove, and Big.
Okay. That's a list.
I put that 5 against any other 5.
No 50 on that.
Nah, just because for me, like I'm a stickler more for the bars.
Okay.
Like 50 had his impact.
But he wasn't
the lyricist of the group. He wasn't the lyricist of the group.
He just had that like Meek Mill type.
Something about his shit. I be asking myself this all the time. Like, Get Rich or Die Trying used to hit, like it just used to hit so crazy, and it's like it's just weird. It's like he wasn't even saying super crazy shit all the time. It was something about it. It was the energy. Sometimes the stars align.
You still think it don't hit the same for you no more?
The music was good for, like, I would say, what's the last 50 song I like? Probably the Power intro.
Okay,
if that count. I like the Power intro.
That was cool.
I like I'm the Man with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
That was definitely a good song. But as far as like projects, like after a while, I was a big 50 fan, but once I started to hear more Banks, I gravitated more towards Banks.
Got you.
So I was that's still my favorite rapper to this day.
Tony Yayo? No.
You're gonna get me blackballed, man. This shit is bad,
yo. That's funny.
I ain't gonna never make it in the This Is 50 building.
To start circling, ending this. Where do you want to end up as an artist in the next, maybe let's just say 5 years, 5, 10 years? Where do you feel like you want to gravitate to or towards?
5 years from today,
Yeah,
I would have a partnership in place. By that point, I would already be making a extremely comfortable living off of music. Like, and my thing too, like, it's about money, right? But I'm also not like, I'm not unrealistic. Like, I understand everybody's not gonna be whole. Everybody's not gonna make $1 billion out of music. You know what I mean?
for sure.
And at the end of the day, I had a life before music, and I was getting money before music. So if I could make a cool $200,000 a year off music and just still got my life to do whatever, you feel me, and do my own thing on whatever, I'm comfortable.
Okay.
Because if you manage your money right and you save that 200,000 you making, you'll have $1 million before you know it. At that rate, it's $1 million in 5 years. But if you smart with your bread, that's $1 million, and I could turn 200,000 to $1 million. And give me a year.
Yeah.
Give me a year. So be making a comfortable living off of it. Changing my family situation. By that point, I'll probably be working on trying to bring other artists out myself.
Yeah. I think a lot, and not to cut you off, but I think a lot of people do forget that, like, you don't have to be a #1 artist to be a great artist or a good artist. Tech Nine is a millionaire.
Another side to it too, like, even aside from like me being able to rap or whatever, aside from my pen, I know I have a excellent ear for music. Like, you could just hear through the beat selection and shit like that. I have a awesome ear for music, just in general, just because I grew up the shit my mom's was playing, and you know, so I grew up on a lot of Motown, you know, a lot of that 80s sound, Guy, a lot of that shit. So I know good music when I hear it, and I definitely feel like by that point I'll have my hands in, you know, with other artists, whether that's executive producing, or artist development of stuff. It's over the past 6 months of dipping my toes into this industry, seeing a little bit behind the doors of what goes on and how it works. This shit is easy. Honestly.
No, and I think, and respectfully, I think that's just like a real, like, grown ass nigga answer. You know what I mean? And I say that because I feel like a lot of people who like 20 and younger just like everybody think they gonna be Jay-Z at the end of their career, or even like I'm not stupid. Kanye, I know I'm not coming into this at 17, 18 years old. So time is you feel me? Not my best friend. You feel me? So I'm not unrealistic. And I think Benny said this the best. He was like I remember he said this in an interview. He goes, like, I was fine making $100,000 a year for music. I was never looking to be a millionaire off this shit.
Yo,
like,
think about the jobs people come out of college with master's degrees and doctrines and all that shit.
Not starting
what type of salaries they get?
Definitely not starting 45, 50, 60,000.
60, 70 if you're lucky. I know a couple therapists that's like making 70s and shit, but even fucking the directors of programs don't be making $100K.
For sure.
To make $100K just to rap?
Just to do what you like. What's his name who died? Rest in peace. From Harlem. No, he's from the Bronx. I'm bugging.
Fred.
Fred.
Yup.
Fred the God. Like, solid. Wasn't never a big rapper.
No, he was never mainstream, but he's
the game respected him.
Supremely respected.
Respected in hip hop. Never was a millionaire rapper.
You see who talked about him when he passed? Like, you see, you know, the names. Like, he had his hands on a lot of shit that a lot of niggas don't know about. He was writing a lot for a lot of niggas.
Fred the Godson, man. Rest in peace, because that's
somebody who I would have loved to have worked with. And I feel like even by this point now, had he not, you know, passed, unfortunately, from COVID, by this point now, I feel like we'd have been interactive by this point by now.
For sure. Like, rest in peace. That was I was a fan. Like,
that's I think my City of God. That was City of God was crazy.
Even though people be like, I think I got on Fred the Godson during his Flex freestyle, and I started going back to
the shit with Jacquay. Yeah, he went crazy on there. Yeah.
Still listen to that shit today. Like, that's one of them bangers. But
this is why lyricism is important.
100%.
Because the other shit don't give you that feeling.
100%.
The other shit don't make your brain move like that. Like, you feel me? Like, you certain shit just hit different. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and if you can't write, like, you really just a one-hit wonder. You really Vanilla Ice. That was a bar.
Did he even write that? I don't think he wrote that. I'm pretty sure.
I'm not even sure, honestly. I'm not sure off the top of my head. I'm not sure off the top of my head. But even so, like, yeah.
Definitely not trying to be no Vanilla Ice. It's bad enough I'm light skinned. I hate being light skinned. really hate this shit. A lot of people don't believe me when I say that though. Honestly, I'm a dark skinned nigga in a light skinned body. Tell people that shit all the time.
Yo, just put on your driver's license. You can do that now. You can put you dark skin. But that's I'm
gonna put dark brown with blue eyes. Nah, shit. They gonna think I'm from Sierra Leone or something.
Funny as hell. But nevertheless, yo, Rich, I enjoyed talking to you. Definitely. Straight hip hop. Like this was an amazing conversation, amazing day. Like this is what I like to do. This is my shit. Just talking hip hop with people who love it. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate you coming. Thank you for checking out Diamond Cut Media.
Appreciate y'all having me, man. Appreciate Diamond Cuts. T.
For sure.
Couldn't be here without y'all.
Make sure y'all go follow Q Rich. Get ready for the new LP. Facts. The Gray Side. And make sure the Gray Area, my fault. The Gray Area.
And it's an LP. It's not an album.
LP.
It's an LP.
LP. Make sure y'all check out the Gray Area. Make sure y'all follow Diamond Cut Media. Follow Q Rich. Instagram. You got Twitter?
Nah, but pretty sure T gonna make me make one.
He gonna get on Twitter. Make sure you get him on that. And thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, bro.
They were good looking, yo.
Yeah, for sure.
That was very dope. That was dope.